and we're going to talk about Mega Man X2 and other fun things like how was your day and other stuff. But no, for real, we're giving over to Fruity Waffles with God, I just messed up the title. Mega Man X2. So, Fruity Waffles, feel free to introduce yourself.
Alrighty, hello, hi. As mentioned, I'm Fruity Waffles. I used to run this game like 3 years ago, but it's always fun to do some D-Rusts. I am very out of practice, so apologies in advance. And I heard underrated, and that's basically the perfect word to describe this game, especially in a speedrunning sense, because there's going to be basically 2 weapons that we get that make us go very fast. And not nearly as much RNG as X1, so for me
I was referring
no.
to X3 with underrated. But...
Oh yes, big time. Also very underrated.
Yeah, the X1 gets a lot of the attention in the SNES trilogy, and a lot of X2 and X3 is neglected. That being said, I'm gonna be quite honest with you, Fruity Waffles. Not as much as the rest of the X series. Definitely not as much as X7, X8, and the handle games, which is the ones we mainly show.
Yeah, that's fair.
The SNES trilogy still has its runners for sure. And it's still pretty active compared to, say, X8 or X7. I mean, the good thing is we're going to show all the trilogies, all the different eras of the X series in this. And X2, I think, is really indicative of a lot of the cool stuff we can do in the SNES trilogy. So,
yeah, it's
are we
it's
ready
a really
for
fun
time?
I'm just making sure. Okay, yeah, audio is good.
All right.
Yeah, ready for a countdown? I guess I'll just go from 3.
Am. Yeah, I'll go from 5 and I'll go down and we'll go
okay.
on go.
Okay,
Good?
perfect.
Sweet. Who's ready to D-Rust live?
Oh yeah, right here.
All right, so we're good.
We're good.
Cool. Good. Just making sure. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
All right, got a quick little jaunt through the intro stage. Nothing, hopefully, too bad. There's going to be some gates at the start that we're going to make through. But...
You might hear some familiar music, by the way, because most of the music in Extreme 2 is lifted directly from X2.
Oh, that's right.
So the song you just heard at the intro stage in Extreme 2, and the basic theming of the stage in Extreme 2 is very similar to the stage in Extreme in X2. They are similar,
no.
not the same.
Already off to a stunning start. Oh my goodness. What is... I don't even know. I've never even seen this happen.
Let's go.
There we go. Ooh, I got the gap jump though.
So yeah, would you like to explain some of the stuff about the SNES trilogy that makes it unique compared to the other X games?
Honestly, I don't know if I'm the best for that because I don't know too much about the other X games.
Well, I mean, Extreme X2 is sort of in a weird in-between state in that it's also the only of the 3 in the SNES trilogy that has any percent as its main category, not 100%.
Yeah, true. Both X1 and 3 are pretty split, but X2 really heavily lean towards any percent because we get to get the Shoryuken, and that's very fun. And all 100% is adding in 3 optional bosses and skipping a fight later at the end of the run. So it's like you said, it's a bit of a weird spot.
It is very strange compared to most of the X series, where it's definitively in one way or the other. For instance, no one will run 100% X7. Why would you do that to yourself? People will run 100% in X8, but not common. Or, you know, like X5, why would you realistically want to do anything besides all stages? At least that would have been the case before what was found recently, but...
Yeah, it can lead to some, because there are a lot of people who like to run trifectas of the first X3 games, so it can lead to some weird categories of, like, 100%, any percent, 100%.
Yeah, that would generally be the most accepted, honestly.
Yeah. I mean, personally, I run X3 any percent, or I ran X3 any percent, I should say. Oops.
I personally like X3 100% myself. If I'm eyeing up a category at all in X3, it's that one.
Yeah, there are so many neon jumps.
Yeah, neon jumps are interesting. We do get those in this run, right?
Yep. Yeah, I go the old school route, so there's going to be a few of those throughout. Oops.
All right. Do you want me to explain neon jumps now or wait?
We can wait.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so the good thing about the, also, big question, I forgot to mention this the entire time in the X series. This is, like, the most important thing I forgot to mention. What kind of dasher are you?
A very weird one.
What, do you use Y or something?
No. I use probably the stupidest control layout out of anyone.
Select.
We can talk about that in a sec.
Yeah, so we're gonna actually we have wire sponge here, and I think much like in Extreme 2, there is a I don't think you can skip it in this though.
No.
There's a desperation attack, which does the exact same thing.
Oh jeez. You actually can skip it. If he does the change of the ceiling, like he did at the very end, of course, because he'll come down from the chain to the ceiling after, I believe it's 6 seeds total, or when there's 4 seeds on the ground. So if he does
exactly
that,
the same skip as in Extreme 2.
Yeah, it's basically a long cutscene attack, and you want to get him down to
During that,
dead before he drops to the ground. But
yeah, that's actually the same. It's so funny how similar that is.
Yeah, in a marathon sense, it's not worth it to sit and wait. Okay, so I use X to dash.
X on the SNES controller.
Yes, I use A for shoot, X for dash, and B for jump.
I'm gonna get my SNES controller.
Yeah.
Oh, degenerate. That's what I thought it was, actually, because I was going off of Xbox 360. Yeah, you're... What? That's... Huh?
So,
How?
So, when I first learned the game, like, at the very beginning, I was on Wii Virtual Console, and my go-to is just GameCube controller. So instead of
that makes sense.
Yeah,
then.
instead of learning an optimal control method, I just stuck with what was pretty comfortable.
But
it's,
also,
it's very weird.
Ew, GameCube D-pad.
Oh no, I use control stick.
I mean, it's still slightly disgusting, but I mean, it's a nice control stick, that's for sure, because it actually has more directionality than the D-pad.
Yeah.
I actually use R to dash in all the X games I run. So
yeah,
I
that's
use R
smart.
dashing.
L or R dash is very smart.
It's not the best for the SNES trilogy because so many people are actually used to like B dashing, but I just never was used to that. So, I mainly use that. Oh, this is a really cool invincibility stuff. I forget what it's called though. There's a name to it. What you just did with the I mean, I'm behind on stream, obviously. You were getting the spikes to get the heart tank.
Oh right, yeah, yeah. There's a few ways you can go about that. Actually, you can get the guy that shoots the bullets. You can bait out some of those shots, or you can just chain right to the wall. That's very scary though, because you're right underneath the spikes.
Yeah.
Or, sorry, you're right above the spikes.
Yeah, that doesn't seem very nice.
Yeah. All right, who likes? Ooh, nice double chain. Who likes 5 frame windows consecutively rather? Because I know I do.
Let's go.
Let's see how this gator fight goes.
I absolutely love having 5 frames as my window length. It's very nice. You get to see just barely enough of the skyline.
Well, I missed the dash immediately, so it doesn't matter. Now the fight becomes even harder.
Yeah, in this... I always thought it was blood.
Definitely, it definitely looks like blood. Alright, come on. No, don't do this to me, Gator. There we go, we're fine.
Yeah, so with Wheel Gator, anything in particular about the boss fight? Is it just bad?
Well, if you get the one cycle, it's nice and happy, good times. If you miss the one cycle, oh jeez.
It's cherry juice, someone just said in the chat.
Yeah. If you miss the one cycle, it becomes even harder because he gets knocked back that set amount to the wall, so you're moving the same amount every time on the one cycle. But you're basically just freehanding it. Ugh. You're basically freehanding it if you don't get the one cycle, and it's a rough time all around.
Yeah, so you run this on emulator, I'm sure, but do you actually run this using an SNES controller still?
Yep, that's right.
Cool. I'm admittedly, and this is going to come maybe as sacrilege to some people, I am not used to the SNES controller, and I still think it sometimes has, like, it's good, but it's also weird, because a lot of the times the shoulder buttons don't like to register inputs. I have a really good condition controller. Like, this is an original controller from 1991, and it's basically scratchless. And it still drops the inputs a lot on the shoulder buttons.
Ah, fun. Always fun.
And I don't know if that's just... Maybe that's just my controller, but literally the controller is in, like, really good condition. I'm proud to say that I have a non-yellowing boxed SNES.
Ooh. Fancy.
So, like... It's called nepotism, because I got it from my aunt.
Ah.
The GBA, what kind? What kind of GBA? Like the original GBA or the SP in terms of controllability? Because I just only recently got the original GBA. Oh, I forgot how wonderful the Japanese names were. Sonic Austri.
Yeah.
Like, they put a bunch of vowels together and were just like, hey, here's a name. Have fun with your name.
Yeah.
You know, living person or animal in this case.
Centipede's definitely got the best name.
Yeah, so SP is small. SP controller's small. It's good, but it's small. It has the start and select buttons in the right place. The GBA has the start and select buttons in the worst possible place. Why would you put the start and select buttons next to the D-pad? Oh, you still need the bike. Shoot.
Yeah, we're gonna ignore what happened there. Unfortunately, I'm probably gonna crash it here as well. Oh yes, let's go. So yeah, we're getting a bit of an old school route here because I go to Ostrich third. I never bothered learning Stag third. When the route first came back, because it used to be Stag third, then I went to Ostrich third because of the neon jumps. But then we discovered that getting a double jump is not nearly as quick as getting the speed burner earlier rather. But I was just too stubborn because it was like 5 seconds difference for Stag third, but after more and more optimizations start getting discovered, it's not even worth it to go to Bird third. But I haven't learned it, so we're getting an old school route. And it really sucks because this fight is terrible because he'll do these honks constantly and he goes invincible. So he always starts out, so you need to delay your first shot. And oh wow, he's actually going on the charge slicer first. And there's a honk. Oops. You can actually get like sort of double hits because his invincibility refreshes as he's jumping up. So that was actually a pretty kind Ostrich. He was fairly nice there. The fight with his weakness, the Crystal Hunter, is really cool. That's like Stag third. Not only is it faster, it has less neons. It's also just so much flashier. Because of course you've got the Stag Buster fight that just looks so cool, and then that fight becomes really sweet with the Crystal Hunter. But it's a pretty tough route because the Stag Buster fight is difficult.
It's not fun. I did that casually for reference.
Oh jeez.
Yeah, it's a fight. You get to fight an enemy.
Oh yeah. Ooh, good position to kill the sub. It's always nice. Okay, so I'm gonna go for the double neon because I'm an idiot. I'm not gonna get it. Yeah.
So yeah, neon jumps though. We should explain.
Ooh yeah. Oh no.
So neon jumping is a frame perfect trick that is done with the charge shots in X2 and X3. I don't think it's an X1. No. Because the weapon that it literally is it's dependent upon isn't a thing. Basically the as far as I'm aware, so from a person who's technically not run any of the games in the SNES trilogy yet, woo! Neon jumps essentially are the games, it's like the game stating that as soon as you're shooting something, if you have a charge shot or if even you no, it has to be a charge shot that's saved. If you press the dash button the moment, and jump the moment that you shoot, at that point essentially the game's like, you're on ground, because it's when you're shooting apparently it thinks you're on ground. And so it then allows you to jump, and then that means you can then do another dash in the air because of in X3, for instance, that's what you can do because you have the air dash. Does X2 have the air dash up? I don't think so.
No, not the up dash.
No, the up dash is really neon jumps are more useful, even more useful in X3 because it has the up dash. And so it's not just you get the height of the neon jump plus a potential to do another dash jump in the air, which is really useful for skipping some things in X3. In X2, it's still useful, as seen there. It's essentially you can do it twice by doing the first shot and then the second shot, and that's how you gain your height that way.
Yeah, the biggest thing is that how the Buster works is you charge up, you hold A to charge, or hold shoot to charge rather, and then you release for one shot, and then you press for another. So that leads to 2 different types of neons in press neons and release neons. And the press
gonna be
ones
real.
aren't too bad. But
I'm gonna be
they're-
real. Your method's actually pretty decent to control.
yeah.
I'm
It's-
actually being. I'm like feeling. I'm like, oh, it makes sense.
Yeah, like when you hear it, it's like, I'm sorry, what?
You put your thumb over like B and A, and then you can press like X to dash
Yeah, exactly.
at the top of your thumb. Yeah. Anyways, you were saying something. Sorry.
Oh no, just that release neons are really hard.
Yeah. I don't think they're different in X3. I'm trying to remember if they're different. I don't think so. X3 is the only really one where I have notoriety with it. I only really know it in X3. In fact, I forgot it was a thing in X2.
Yeah, they're just so much more prevalent in X3 because X3 is such a vertical game compared to this.
Oh yeah, X3 is like, it's like everything is tall in X3. X2 has its moments like right here, obviously.
Yeah.
There's a lot of vertical climbing in Flame Stag stage, or Flame Stagger. Love the Japanese names so much.
No. Oh, where are you going? I need to go up. Holy smokes. This stage did not go this badly in practice.
Well, this stage is this stage. Any vertical stage in the next game has to go bad at some point. That's like a player's guide to the X series. If you have a vertical climbing stage, you are
Yes.
going to mess it up at some point. We saw that. It's very honestly one thing we didn't mention in Tempest Run was the fact that Catfish's upward section, you don't have the air dashes X at that point, so it's
Ooh.
very difficult to ascend. But you still do it somehow. Anyways, Flame Stagger, you're going to use his weakness, right?
Yes. Very easy fight.
Oh, he always fire punch.
Yep, he just gets locked into this infinite here. Don't even
I'm
have to go to the
getting,
walls or anything.
Yeah, I'm getting, what's it? Big Monkey, X1. Big face, Big Monkey. What's it? I
The
literally
the
forgot
boss?
the name. Yes!
Flame
boss,
Mammoth?
Big Monkey, big. No, Flame Mammoth.
Well, I don't know, I thought you were talking Fire Boss.
No!
Big Monkey.
Big
Oh.
Monkey.
Oh god.
Spark Mandrill! There we go, it's like
Oh!
Spark Mandrill.
Okay.
It's like sort of a lock and really easy because of the way that the lock is prevented by the boss's own animation.
I love your description.
Big monkey, big face. Ooh, yeah, I couldn't see me, but I was putting my arms underneath because that's exactly what like Spark Mandrill does.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
realized you can't see me.
Oh, that's not right. There we go. Nice easy backup. Oh, that was weird. Yeah, time for
we have,
Magni Hyakuleger. Lots of
Oh, God.
boxes to smash my face in. Very fun time.
That's a name. That's
Right?
a name. Imagine you name like. Imagine you naming your
Oh.
child that. I'm gonna name my firstborn that.
Oh.
Yeah,
Nice
there's a lot of
jumps.
potential to be crushed here, isn't there?
Oh yes, very much.
Oh god, that's like my least favorite thing in 2D platformers.
Yeah, there's a nice mini boss here. It's a very, very simple fight. You can do that with the strike chain, and that's actually what you have to do in Stag Third. But
man,
it's a
I
lot
love-
tougher.
I love facing the Legend of Zelda, A Link to the Past title screen, but with more sword and more VR.
I think that... is that boss? I think it's called Chop Register. Oops.
Chop Register?
Yeah.
What? What are the
I-
naming conventions in this game?
You're asking
Chop
the wrong
Register.
guy.
It is called Chop Register.
Fun.
It's just a giant sword in VR.
Going for it.
I love it. It
No!
has official artwork.
I tried to do the cool strat there. It's okay though, because the checkpoint is right after that boss, that mini boss.
Yeah. Why does this mini boss have official artwork? The mini boss, the giant sword in VR, has official artwork
I mean,
that someone drew. That's not just a screenshot.
to be fair,
It has,
it's pretty cool.
it has artwork in the manga.
This is a pretty cool boss.
I'm just gonna link this to you so you see it
Dang
in the thing. You're not obviously while you're running, but it's literally
Speaking
the
of cool
giant
bosses,
it just says heroic. I think if I'm reading that right.
oh my god, Speaking of cool bosses, Centipede is not one of them. What are you doing? So I'm trying to see a tailspin attack here, but he is not giving it to me. He's just giving me nothing but shurikens. This is like... There we go. Oh my god, and I messed it up. Oh no, I'm gonna die to Centipede. Wait, he's gonna jump? No, he's not. This is fine. I don't mind a grab attack. Oh no.
This is scary.
Operation Don't Down Centipede. It's okay, I can wiggle up. Oh my goodness.
How? Oh.
No!
You're making me so nervous.
It's okay. Got him. There we go. Perfect fight. So, something could have happened there that would have been very cool. If he'd done that tailspin attack on the first thing, you can essentially do like a weird kick to the wall and then slide down the wall, and he'll just get locked in that tailspin attack, and he doesn't teleport at all. But Centipede normally doesn't feel nice. It's literally only a 1 in 3 chance. Or if he does the grab, there's a chance to do it right after that. But I was getting 30,000 shurikens.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
Yeah, that's probably some of the worst Centipede RNG I've ever seen. That was a fun time. And yeah, and fun time snail stage is really fun. There's nothing like too crazy in the stage, but there's just so many burners and stuff that you can go for. And then this mech where you zip across the gap, and a mini boss that I hopefully won't be fighting. And let's see. That may have been late. Okay, we're fine. So yeah, that was a mini boss, but fighting him takes effort, or fighting it takes effort. I don't know.
Fighting the mini boss takes effort.
Yeah.
There you go. It's ABC.
Oops. Much easier to just burn her through and use the bit of lag to not fight it. And you can actually do that without charge burner. You can still skip that mini boss in low percent. Not a lot of people know that, but you just do essentially the same thing and shoot a burner before it, and you can just zip right through the fight. Oops.
Kind of funny, they just sometimes in like X1, 2, and 3, a lot of the fights are position based. So if you just aren't in the position, it's fine. The game's like, I don't know what you're doing, just go on.
Yeah, like panic.
It happens more in X1 and X2. I don't think it happens at all on X3, really.
Oops. Alright, normally I don't encourage bullying, but I'm going to be knocking Snail out of his shell here, hopefully, and kicking it away from him as he tries to go back. Meanwhile, damaging him with a charged Magnet Mine for a really cool quick kill. Let's hope I can get it. Oh no, dang it. I don't know how I got a... No! What is happening?
X2 is mean, I should just mention everyone. X2 is mean.
Yeah. Instead we get a fun little magnet barrage. There we go. Not bad, not bad. That would have been cool to get the quick kill, but oh well. I almost got it, but I somehow shot a helmet. Yeah. It's kind of fun. But the quick kill is just, oh, it's so satisfying. But
for sure,
I somehow got a headlamp thing. I don't even... I guess as I was switching to Magnet Mine, I accidentally pressed A. I don't know. Oh well.
Happens to the best of us.
Yeah. And last... Oh no, that's the wrong stage.
Well,
it's okay. I can leave right away. That was silly.
Yeah, since you've already visited it.
Yeah. That's the best possible time to pick the wrong stage.
Oh, for sure.
In one of my warm-up runs, I was going for like a stupid fast stage select input, and I just went to the wrong stage, and I was like right in the mindset of, alright, let's do a no reset, and then wrong stage, and it's like, okay, let's try another one. Alright, Mott's a pretty fun stage. More burners. Of course. Including... Oh, dang, I messed it up. Okay, as long as I make it up to that ledge, I'm fine. Oops. Yeah, the gravity gets a little wonky in this stage, and unfortunately, just not destroying all those blocks is going to be a little annoying. But yeah, here's the last upgrade that's not Shoryuken. It's just a bit of body armor, and Dr. Light gives X this really cool, like, stored-up explosion ability called the G-Crush. And he leaves X with a full charge, but for some reason X decides to use it in the empty room. So I guess, sure, whatever floats your boat, X. Oh, that's not what I want to use by burner. Oops. A couple of slope jumps here. Ah, dang, that's a tight jump to make. And then, fun mini-boss fight here. This is a tricky one. It's got 2 phases there. One you just hit with a wheel, and then... Oh, you did the Air Jordan, no! One you hit with a wheel, one you hit with a slicer. Unfortunately, I lost like 2.5 seconds. Because you can do a bunch of different things after you hit him with the first wheel. But he did the longest possible pattern. Because why not? These bugs are really annoying. If they latch onto your head, and then they take away your ability to dash or shoot or whatever. Another mini-boss. Ah, see, that's a nice quick pattern. Fortunately, no double Air Jordan. Aw, dang. That's a tough strat to get without bonking your head. Overall, though, not a bad stage. And time for the last fight. If everything goes smoothly, this will be a completely free fight, and there will be no issues. But that's not how things work, so let's see. Okay, good so far. Okay, that was a really close burner. Alright, good first phase. This last phase can get very scary, because for whatever reason... Morph Moth, excuse me, does 8 contact damage, and I don't really know why, but it can be very terrifying. But the fight went smoothly, surprisingly. Yeah, that first phase, fortunately is very quick for me because I'm on emulator. On console, there's a lot of lag in that first phase. Short little cutscene, and then we get into the first of the X-Hunters, which is Violin, which I like to call the Thumb Ripper, because there's a lot of climbing and charging and all of that good stuff. It's going to be a really fun time.
Sounds fun. Sounds just as easy as a thumb. You could just call it Guitar Hero at this point.
True. There we go. Oops. Oh no! There's more of these Crusher guys, but fortunately they're fairly easy to deal with. Unfortunately, I missed that one and missed out on a charge strike chain. Oops. Oh, come on. There we go. Another quick rebound shot for the silk shot there. Alright, let's see if I can make it past these claws. Nice. Very nice. And one more Crusher to deal with. That one will use a charge slicer. Oops. And there we go. Pretty quick stage, but very tough. And we're rewarded with in this category, very, very, very easy boss. Because we have the HP to tank anything he throws and just sit here with Charged Bubble Splash. But on low percent, oh my goodness. You can see with this spike ball, I think you're either 2 or 3 hits to dead. And this thing is a nightmare to dodge. And you have to be fairly close to hit him with Uncharged Bubble Splash, so... I think people who run low percent have some sort of masochism, death wish, whatever you want to call it.
Do you run low percent?
No, absolutely not.
Okay, making sure.
I haven't even tried it just because of this fight. I think for like a fun casual run, it wouldn't be too bad aside from this boss. Alright, here we got... oh, dang. I missed the bubble strat. That's a shame. So there's going to be a lot of dashing under jets and right above spikes and stuff. It's going to be fun. Hang on, gotta wait a sec. There we go. Nice. That's not too bad of a strat once you get it down and just call it the elevator skip. But it's oh geez. What do I do? There we go. Yeah.
I mean, the exact same name.
Yeah. The biggest thing with X3 though is that you have as many attempts as you want as long as you don't die. This one you've got one attempt. If you miss it, you lose 20 seconds. If you die, you lose 40.
Well, you got it then.
All right, this is easily the hardest strat. Oh no. Well, I've already messed up the setup. That's okay though. I'm still gonna go for all the double hits. This is easily the hardest strat in the run, in my opinion. To get a perfect Sergei's fight here, these double hits are extremely precise. Oh, jeez. Yeah, of course, Charge Slicer is the weapon. Oh, he keeps juking me. Oh my goodness. This boss sucks. There we go. I got one at least. And I'm close to dying, so let me just finish him off. Oh, wait, no, I didn't hit him with the... I'm down here. Ugh, this boss sucks. This boss is a nightmare. Those double hits are extremely precise. You gotta position yourself on that front platform perfectly, and you also need to time it well, not perfectly, but pretty dang close. And you also need Sergei's to not randomly move as you're about to hit him. So, yeah, it's pretty simple how they work. You hit them with the one slicer as they all go up, and then another as it comes down. But yeah, those are really tricky. Those are, in my opinion, not by far the hardest strat in this entire run. And next up is the last X Hunter. It's Agile. This is a pretty fun stage. This is where you can really start to see a bunch of neons. I won't be going for too many because I will... Oops. I will be messing them up, most likely. Oh, there we go. Ah, boy. Actually, you know what? Taking the coward's way out.
Valid.
And speaking of coward's way out, I'm also going bottom route because screw top route. Oh, jeez, come on. I swear they're not that hard. There we go. Yeah, top route is, I believe, like a second or so faster, but it is really hard. There's a lot of spikes that you have to weave your way in and out of, and all bottom route requires is a neon jump, so yeah. And then one last spike hallway. Hopefully I don't swap off a burner before using it. There we go. I've had it before where, because you go from burnering to immediately holding L to cancel your weapons. And I've had it before where, little pose of justice, I've had it before where I just press L before I burner, and I shoot a magnet mine right before I drop into the spikes. And it's a really, really fun way to lose a run. So yeah, here's the Shoryuken. Very simple. And they give you a little bit of a tutorial boss for the Shoryuken too. The way it works is, I believe it does... Ah, jeez, I think it's 16, so it's not just an insta-kill like the Hadoken. It's 16 damage on the first frame, and then I think it goes to 8 on the second frame, and then 4 on the third frame, and then it just descends?
1. Yeah, that's,
so like,
that's what you did last time.
Okay, so like it halves and then it descends?
Yeah. It halves every step.
Yeah. Thank you. That's what I was trying to say. Alright, so, of course, refight time. This is where the Shoryuken saves the big amount of time. Because the upgrades aren't that far out of the way, but it makes these refights go very quickly. Oh, jeez. Oh, boy. Yep, this is already not great. Stag is one of the free ones. There we go. A little bit of bubble will finish him off. Fortunately, though, the boss rush room will give you 4 small healths every time, so I can just get a quick top up, and I won't have to use any of my sub tanks. Oops. Oh god. The movement in this capsule room is annoying. I'm just gonna grab all these for safety, because why not? Alright, Ostrich should be another easy one. There's a really cool strat where you can, because you can move around in this room freely, and then once you stop, the fight will start. So you can dash right next to Ostrich with a little bit of charge, freeze him with the Crystal Hunter, and then instantly swap off and do your Shoryuken. And it's probably the coolest strat name in the entire game. We call it the Icy Hot. But again, it's not a new strat, but it's fairly new. So you know, anything that's come up with any strat that's been come up with in the past 3 years, I haven't learned. So Alright, Centipede's a little awkward to get because his hitbox is a little tall, but get right up close and personal. Next is Crab, who has a pretty trolly pattern, and he has a very trolly pattern. So we're going to be looking for him to either walk forward, do a bubble, or jump. So you need to prepare for a jump. So he does the bubble, okay. So yeah, if he jumped, I would have instantly Shoryuken and hit him. If he walked forward or did the bubble like he did, you go over him, do bait him, and then drop down and do a Shoryuken. He has the ultimate troll pattern where he walks to the wall and then jumps at you. So he doesn't jump right away, so you think, oh, okay, so I'm good to go over him. And then he just slams into you and ruins your PB. So Sponge, again, you want to predict, or like be ready for a jump, and then react if he doesn't. Okay, so this is the fun pattern. Oh! Okay. Well, that's better than bonking, I think. Now we get to see the silly slicer kill. I may as well show that off. Okay, well, maybe I'm gonna bonk. There we go. So yeah, when you kill Sponge with Slicer, he just gets chopped in half. A little brutal, but it's comeuppance for all the long resets, long nights of resets we've all had on Sponge.
Oh, for sure.
And because I don't have a full sub tank, I'm going to just go for these health. And oh, actually, oh jeez, I want to save Gator for last because that's a really fun one. Alright, Moth's another, in theory, easy boss. But I'm an idiot and I can't Shoryuken. There we go. Oh, please don't bonk. Oh my god. Screw it. Oh, jeez. That's not fun. Oh my god. Oh my god. Do the Shoryuken. Basic fighting game inputs are difficult. Holy moly. Yeah, this is a disaster of a Shoryu rush. Maybe I can end it off with a nice Gator Shoryu though. And of course I'm going to get the health. Actually, you know what? Let's end it off with Snail. There's a fun thing that I want to show off in Snail. So Gator's the hardest Shoryuken for sure. I'm going to be holding L because I need to do something similar to... Well, I messed it up, of course. I was going to try and hit him with 5 chains, and then cancel my weapons, do a Shoryuken input, and then hit him. Oh, wow, I actually got him there. And then hit him before he dives down. So you can do it with 4 chains or 5 chains. It's a lot easier out of 5. But unfortunately, I messed it up. I was getting it pretty decently in practice, but oh well. And then, because things do a lot of damage at this point in the game, I want to make sure I have enough of sub-tank. So, here's a really fun thing. Again, as long as I get it. I haven't been getting a lot of things in this run. So I'm going to be switching to Magnet Mine as quick as possible, and then hitting him with a Shoryuken. Hitting with a Mine and then a Shoryuken, of course. To knock him out of his shell. So let's see. No! Oh, I messed up. So there's a really cool thing where if you hit him with the Shoryuken before he pops out of his shell, it'll knock the shell off screen. And then he'll constantly just be either jumping or trying to dash to his shell as it's off screen, and he can't get to it. And it looks really silly, and I call it the snail dance. Oops. But, again, messed it up. Oh well. Didn't bonk, that's all that really matters. And last stage, we've got a quick revisit to the first half of Centipede stage, which could be bad because there's a lot of enemies in my way here. Mainly this guy here. Yes, got him. It's very important to kill that guy. Oops. You know what? I'm going to wait for these boxes. I don't want to get smushed again. Quick kick off of that box, and we are into the Zero fight. Quick little Shoryuken there to get as close to him as possible. If you dash and jump in, it'll move you back to the left side of the screen. But if you do your Shoryuken, then the cutscene will trigger. So you get to get a little bit closer to him and Shoryuken him right away. And Zero's actually one of 2 bosses that you can't one hit with the Shoryuken. First one being Moth, just because 2 phases. But Zero's a bit of a short boy, so you can't kill him with 1 Shoryuken. And there's going to be 2 more bosses, so if everything goes according to plan, time will be coming up soon. But of course, it's not that simple, because the biggest, probably the scariest thing in this run is this Sigma here. We call him Wolverine Sigma. Oops. If he does the right thing, then the fight will look free. But we'll see what he does. We want to see a slash and then a teleport. Okay, nope. Of course not. Teleport. Oh, why are you doing this to me? Okay, I'm just gonna wait for him to... Okay, there we go. Alright, so I'm going for the backup. Okay, whew. Not bad, not bad, not bad. Of course Sigma would troll, because why wouldn't he? Alright, so that's not the final boss, though. There's one more F here, which I will hopefully be getting the one-hitter on. So be ready on time. There's not really any way of counting it down, because I might miss the one-hitter. So I'll shout it out. Oh, no. Dang it. Oh my goodness, are you kidding me? Alright, well, this fight's gonna take a minute. Ugh.
Hey, don't worry, Fruity. Thank you so much still for doing this, honestly. It was a good way to end it, even if it was a bit rough. But it's fine. You've been a good ender, honestly, still, and we are so happy to have you.
Yeah, I appreciate you getting in contact with me. It's been fun. Wait a minute. Oh, wait, I got a health. Let's go! Time.
Whoop, time, yeah.
That clutch double health was so sweet. Oh, that was awesome. And hey, that brings me to a sub 40.
It does, 39.55.
Oh, that was awesome.
That ending was like, everything's lost. And I'm like, no, wait.
Yeah, like, alright, this will take 30 more seconds. Wait a minute. Let's go, dude.
Well, thank you so much, Fruity. If there's anything you want to say at the end of this, if you want to shout anything out or shout yourself out, feel free to.
I mean, I'm sure there's been chat links and whatever. There's a command for runner. So if anyone's interested, give me a follow. Again, I don't run this game actively. I'm on a couple of other games, mainly Cuphead and a very cool game called The Messenger. So if anyone knows anything about speedruns of those games, that's what I've been doing lately. And I'm sure the Fastest First Marathon that's coming up has been plugged. But I'm pretty excited for it. I saw the schedule. There's some really cool games on there.
Yeah, and I'm also going to just quickly right now, I'm looking for the invite for the X Series Discord server. I can't find it.
Oh. Alright.
And like speedrun. I'm just going to see if it's on. It's probably on the speedrun.com thing. Discord.
I'll see if I can find it.
I think I have it. I think this is it.
Yeah, I think so.
So if you're interested in learning the X series at all, join this server. We also neglected to mention X1, but I think everyone knows X1.
Oh yeah, of course.
In the reverse thing. So X1's what started it all, most popular speed game of it all, most popular game in the franchise, to be honest, which is unfortunate because there is a lot more of the X series. And I'm going to be honest, I think a lot of the later games are better than the first game. I know that's an opinion, but it's my opinion. I have bad opinions usually.
Same.
Thank you so much, Fruity, for being here, and thank you so much, Shockwave, for letting us host the this X Series Reverse Retrospective. It's been very fun.
Yeah, thanks for having me on. It was nice. Good time.
Absolutely. Yeah. So for those of you, again, I'm just gonna quickly plug it again. We do have an upcoming marathon in just 8 days. It'll be quite good, and so it's a nice little taste of the X Series and sort of the fast-paced platform we're gonna have in the series in the upcoming event.